local all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
Right now at 6 o'clock, 100,000 chickens gone all in one fire. We'll tell you how that could impact an already struggling egg market.
Two parents accused in connection to their baby's death are expected in court today. The charges that they're facing.
Also, a woman fighting back after somebody tried stealing her purse in the middle of the day. We'll tell you where it happened and how she managed to get that purse back.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for being with us. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Thanks for starting off your new week with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yes, good morning. We hope you had a good weekend. So back at it. Let's take a live look this morning in Glastonbury where things are calm. It is weather-wise a pretty calm morning here. Finally, later on this week, going to start getting those Arctic temperatures.
But right now it's still mild. I didn't even turn on the heat in my car, to be honest.
Very warm per usual for this month. Start to the morning. Good morning to you. And Tim's giving away the big hint. Something wicked this way comes. It's wicked cold. That's what it's going to be later on this week. We're going to start February off on a much different note than the way we've had it. Still cloudy, still warm out there this morning. Good to have you along. We have a couple of rain and snow showers coming in later on tonight. Not a big deal at all. Part of a frontal boundary that will start to turn the tide in the temperatures. And as February comes, it brings the cold. We'll talk about that coming up. 33 is not cold in Hartford. Mild out there, 38 in New Haven, 35 in Groton. Got some clouds out there acting as a blanket, keeping the temperatures mild this morning. Not a lot to worry about. Limited amount of sunshine. Storm to the south, that's a miss. Front to the north and the west, where you see snow over the Ohio Valley into the Great Lakes, that's a hit. As it comes on through, we'll get a little bit of precip out of that. Not a big deal at all. Your bus stop forecast, temperatures warm now, warm later. Remember, we should be topping out in the mid-30s. Upper 40s later on today, under a lot of clouds later on this evening. Couple of rain and snowdrops. Rain and snowdrops. Try that again. Raindrops and snowflakes coming through. It's Monday. And we'll talk about how that plays into the cold temperature trend coming up. Let's see what the trend is on the roads right now. Here's Lauren Zenzi. Good morning.
The trend is quiet as of right now, Matt. So let's keep it that way, everyone. Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Let's bring things out into the Hartford area. We're seeing a little bit of delay on the eastbound side of I-84 heading into the capital city through the Hartford Tunnel, but overall not much to complain about. Taking a live look out on 91 in Wethersfield, north and southbound moving in and out of Hartford, looking good right now. Some light to moderate volume out on the roadways. Over in Waterbury, same thing following suit. No crashes, incidents, or construction, so things are moving freely on I-84. New Haven drive times are looking great. 91 southbound, 95 north and southbound looking good heading into Fairfield County. On the left-hand side of your screen, we could see New Haven, I-95 north and southbound. Very light volume out there. And then over in East Lyme, I-95 is looking good. As of right now, 95 and the Merritt Parkway down in Fairfield County not looking too bad. We'll check back in on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Erica, good morning to you.
And good morning to you.
Well, this morning, the parents charged after their one-year-old died from a fentanyl overdose in Salem are due in court.
And Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro is here with us right now in the studio to break down what we know about this case so far. Good morning.
Tim, Erica, good morning. This case, an all-around tragedy. Both parents are now facing charges of second-degree manslaughter. 37-year-old Travis Schubel and 28-year-old Ricky Thomas. They were arrested following the death of their one-year-old daughter, who police say was exposed to narcotics in February of last year. It was the infant's mother, Thomas, who called 911 to report the baby was not responsive and not breathing. The autopsy report revealing the infant died of acute intoxication due to fentanyl and xylazine, which is a drug used to sedate animals. Police say they found a used Narcan cartridge under the baby's pack-and-play where she was sleeping, and according to that toxicology report, Narcan was found in the infant's blood. Police also found, quote, multiple capped and uncapped needles, numerous yellow baggies, small yellow bands, and a pink-white pill in capsule form. Detectives said conditions inside of this home right here were deplorable. Now, both Schubel and Thomas, they are also facing charges of second-degree manslaughter, like we mentioned, but in addition to that, risk of injury to a child and other drug-related charges. They are both expected in court later this morning. Tim, Erica, back to you.
Okay, Angelo, thank you. Well, right now it's 6 o'clock. First responders said at least 100,000 chickens died in a weekend fire at Hillandale Farms in Basra. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live near the scene with the details on what happened. Brooke.
Fire crews tell us they worked as quickly as they could, but say unfortunately by the time they arrived, the fire was too big and too involved for them to prevent any extensive damage. Investigators say around 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, they were called to Hillandale Farms in Basra for a large fire. When they arrived, they tell us they found a large fire in one of the chicken coops. At least 20 different fire departments responded with engines, tankers, and other needed equipment. Fire crews say the fire was contained to one of the 400 by 50-foot coops containing at least 100,000 chickens. They say the other 13 coops on the property were not damaged. Hillandale Farms is one of the largest egg suppliers in the country with 6 locations spread across the Northeast. Their website says in total they raise about 20 million chickens for their egg production. This location in Basra is the only one here in Connecticut. And there is no word on what caused that fire. It is too early to know. Typically, investigators will release that later on. The state fire marshal and state investigators have taken over this scene and say they will release more when they can. In Basra, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
Brooke, thank you. 6:06 this morning. In Wallingford, police said some would-be purse snatchers dragged a woman in their car while she was trying to hold on to her purse. And it worked. She kept the purse, although she did have some minor injuries. Police said it happened around 1 p.m. Saturday at the Stop and Shop on North Colony Road. They said the woman was loading groceries when a stolen car, the one you can see there, drove up to her. Somebody got out, grabbed the purse from her shopping cart, but she hung on as they started to drive away. And after the person pushed the woman away with her purse, the car raced off towards North Main Street. Police said it was this silver BMW X6 that had been stolen from North Haven only about 90 minutes earlier. So here's the license plate, just in case you've seen the car. It's a Connecticut plate, AH38573. Again, AH38573. Please call the Wallingford PD if you've seen it.
Happening today in Hartford, Governor Lamont is expected to unveil a plan to give tax relief to low-income workers here in our state. Now, his office says he's expected to introduce the plan in this legislative session, and this is just one of several that he's expected to present to lawmakers. His announcement is happening at noon today at the Wilson Gray YMCA Youth and Family Center on Albany Avenue. And also happening today in Hartford, lawmakers and advocates are talking about an increase of federal funding for families who get SNAP benefits and school meals. That's expected to happen at 11 o'clock this morning at the Community Renewal Team on Windsor Street. Senator Richard Blumenthal is expected to explain what went into the increase of funding and how it's going to help Connecticut families.
This morning in New Haven, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro will talk about an increase in college aid that she helped to get passed. It's happening at 9:30 this morning at Southern Connecticut State University. The talk is about Pell Grants, which go to undergrads who have exceptional financial need. And the federal spending bill, the latest one, upped both the minimum Pell Grants, but also the maximum Pell Grants. They went up by 6% to $7,400. DeLauro's office said about 44,000 students in Connecticut qualify for those grants.